Hey guys, it's Ken Furukawa, your lead magnet authority. And in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how you can create a lead magnet without writing anything. All right. And we're going to be using my favorite tool, LeadCreator. Now, before we jump into LeadCreator, let's just talk about how you can do this the traditional way, or the low budget way, as I like to call it. And I put together this list here. I'm going to give you some examples, and you guys let me know if this sounds familiar. If it does, drop a comment down below and let me know if you've tried any of these. And then we're going to go into LeadCreator, and I'm going to show you how LeadCreator will do all the heavy lifting for you. So the traditional way, number one, creating a resource guide. Now, this is very easy to do, and I see a lot of resource guides out there. And the reason why is because you're just going out there, you're finding a curated list of tools, websites, or services, you're compiling them into one document, and with that, you're just sharing that. Okay, so all it takes is for you to go and look on Google for, let's say, the best SEO tools for beginners, and read through some of the articles, cherry pick the best tools and services that are out there, compile them in a list, and there you go. Save it as a PDF, and there you have your resource guide. That is probably the most easiest, but the most useful type of lead magnet. The second one we have is just using existing content. So if you have an existing blog post, let's say maybe you created a YouTube video, you can take those pieces of content, you can turn them into a PDF summary, you can put them into a checklist, create a step-by-step guide, or even an infographic. Now, some of this stuff obviously is going to be manual, right? I mean, you're going to have to listen to the video, take notes. You're going to have to go through the blog post. If it is a blog post, and you can just copy and paste those into a summary or to a checklist. Perhaps you could also outsource this to someone on Fiverr and have them create it for you. The one thing though with existing content is that you got to have existing content. All right. So that can be a little bit tricky for those of you guys who are just starting off. So if you're a beginner, this probably isn't the option for you. Now, the third one I want to talk about is called the swipe file. And this is where you create a collection of examples that people can use for inspiration. So, for example, if you are in email marketing and you find some emails that have been provided to you or sent to you by someone that you subscribe to on their email list, you can take some of those pre-made examples and say, hey, here's a perfect example of a welcome series email. And this one is by Dan Kennedy or by Gary V or whatever it is. And you can share that swipe file with people. So it's basically looking for examples that people can use. Another example of a really good swipe file would be if someone is interested in learning more about Facebook ads. And how many of us scroll through Facebook? Well, practically everybody. And I'm sure you guys run into ads everywhere. This is where you can take screenshots of those ads and show people that here's a perfect example of a call to action. Or notice how this person is writing this a certain way, right? So those are the traditional ways. There are more ways, no doubt, to create a lead magnet without writing anything. But let me introduce you to the future of creating lead magnets using the power of AI and using a tool like LeadCreator, which in itself is a one-of-a-kind tool. This is a tool that I use in my toolkit as a marketer, and it's very easy to use. I'm going to show you how you can create one, but essentially this is a tool like any other tool. So I'm going to demonstrate this, but I'm also going to share with you guys a way for you to take advantage of a special coupon code, which is going to help you guys get started with LeadCreator on the top tier plan at a very, very minimal price. Okay, so this is a paid tool and I'm an affiliate, but This is a tool I use, so I feel comfortable sharing this with you guys because I am part of this community of LeadCreator members. So the first thing we need to do when we log in is we are going to create a lead magnet. And this is where LeadCreator does all the heavy lifting for you. LeadCreator comes with templates, prompt templates that have already been populated with prompts that are going to help you generate the desired output. So talk about not really having to write anything, right? How many of you guys have tried to put together a lead magnet, whether it be writing it on your own or maybe trying to paraphrase something from some PLR, and it just became really tedious, right? It took a long time to do. And with that, it becomes frustrating and people stop, developing their lead magnet and they quit. So LeadCreator is going to eliminate the need for that. In addition to providing you with other features that is going to save you money over the long haul. And I'll show you that in a moment. We'll talk about that, okay? So first of all, we just need to give our lead magnet a name. And I'm just going to go with the first example that I had. And I'm going to say the best free tools for SEO. Oh, no, free tools. Let's go with this. Free tools, free SEO tools, free SEO tools for beginners, something like that. So this is, I'm just giving it a name so that I can refer back to this. I can give it a category. I'm just going to leave that blank. But this is where the magic happens. So I talked about the different templates that are available. So I can start from the beginning right here. I can create a custom prompt if I want. So this is a blank lead magnet. I'll show you what each one looks like. There's a custom prompt right here. So I can choose how many words that my lead magnet's going to be. So that's very handy. If you want to go really in depth, then you can. If you want to write an ebook, you can. I'm a firm believer in keeping it short and simple and to the point. And so I'm probably going to use a different template here, but we'll just go through this so you can see. You can see that you can also choose personas. So there's a bunch of personas right here. So if you want to write in the style of, let's say, a Neil Patel or a Brian Clark, right? Or maybe even Gary Vee. Maybe you're edgy like Gary. You can use these personas, and LeadCreator will use the power of AI to write the lead magnet for you. So you do not have to do any writing, okay? So let's move on here. You got tone choices, which are conversational, formal, just a whole bunch right here, okay? Point of view, you can do first person singular, first person plural, second person, third person, you name it. You can include an introduction, include a conclusion. If there are negative words that you do not want the AI to include, then you can add them in there. So this helps to kind of minimize the AI jargon, right? Because sometimes when you read things, when you read certain words and phrases, you realize, do normal people really say that? Well, you can eliminate that as well. Then you can choose your language right here. So we have a bunch of different languages, the reading level, right? So you can see how comprehensive this is. And all we're doing is really just telling LeadCreator what to do. Okay, so that's the custom prompt. There's a 5-point listicle, again, with the same features that you can choose. There's a prompt right here, though, where you can give more information to help LeadCreator format and produce the best content possible. Okay, there's also a tutorial here if you guys need to check that out. So there's a 5-point, 10-point, and 15-point listicle. There's a blog post to ebook. So if you see a blog post out there that you want to perhaps summarize or maybe expand upon, then you can. Obviously, copying in and using someone's exact content is not good, but you're able to summarize it using the power of AI, and then you can go in there and add in a little bit more and create more of a skyscraper type of a lead magnet. And again, you can choose the word count. You can choose the blog post URL. So even if you don't have your own blog post URL, you can add that in there. Next, we have blog post summarizer. same deal. You can use your blog post or another blog post. Just make sure again that you don't copy word for word whatever the blog post is. You want to make sure you summarize it and add in your own words in there, your own personality. Add in more content, make it a little bit more valuable. But as you know, that means you're going to have to do a little bit of writing, right? And the whole point of this video is to create a lead magnet without writing. Then we got the YouTube transcript to ebook. This is where you can copy the transcript from the YouTube video and drop it in. LeadCreator will go through the entire transcript and then summarize it for you and change that into an ebook. There's also a YouTube summarizer, same deal. Then you have a micro course creator with image suggestions. You also have a micro course creator with video suggestions. And by image and video suggestions, the LeadCreator app will tell you and give you suggestions on the types of images or videos that you might want to add into your lead magnet. So if you want to add even more value to the person that is subscribing to get access to your lead magnet, then this is the way to go, all right? You want to provide as much value as you can without giving away the farm, if you know what I mean, right? You want to give value, help them solve a problem right away. Sometimes things are a little bit more complex than they are, right? And so you have to sometimes dive a little bit deeper in order to provide that value. Then we have the frequently asked question maximizer here, and as well as an ebook creator, a flat out ebook creator. So in this instance, for free SEO tools for a beginner, I'm going to go with let's go with a 5-point listicle, something short to get people started. Because if I'm targeting beginners, I don't want to overwhelm people with a ton of stuff. I want them to get started with the most basic tools that are necessary to get started. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a prompt to kind of instruct what I want. I want to instruct LeadCreator what I want in terms of the output. So in terms of the word count here, right now it says comprehensive and persuasive is 1,400 to 1,800 words. I want to be quick and engaging. And I can choose between that and concise and impactful, but I want to be quick and engaging. And in this prompt, I'm just going to say, create a list of, let's go with 5. Since this is a 5-point listicle, 5 free SEO tools for beginners. Also, what I want to know is, give me the pros. I'm going to say create within each tool, list the following. We're going to say what it is, what it does, how much does it cost. Even though this is free tools, I want to ask how much it costs, because lots of times free tools are more like freemium tools. So you get limited access to some of the features of that tool. Okay, so that's why I'm going to ask how much does it cost, and then the pros and cons of the tool. Let's just get rid of these semicolons. And so I think that looks good. And then one more thing, I want to add in the URL for the tool. Okay, so this gives it a little bit more direction. And that's what I like about it, because I can envision how I want this to be. And some of you may or may not do that, but this gives it more of that short and concise, quick and engaging type of a feel. Because when people go through a lead magnet, they want to scan through it, right? In some instances, when it comes to tools, people want to scan through the tools. So this will give me the opportunity to kind of break it down even further. And so I'll just say as H3 tags, as H3, because H3 titles, because I want it to be a little bit smaller. So the tools will be tool, the tool will be tool name, be H2. Each tool is the following is H3. Okay, so that looks good. And then for personas, I get to choose any one of these. Now, some of these people, I have no idea who they are. Okay, so if you don't know who some of these people are, then you definitely want to go and look them up and kind of understand and read some of their writing, see how they are. Look them up on YouTube, because I'm sure some of these people have videos, and you can kind of glean what their personality is. In this case, I want to make it fun. Let's go with Gary V. And once you choose the persona, though, the tone choice has already been chosen for you. So in this case, it's going to be conversational, which is fine. And we're going to go with the second person point of view. I want to add in an introduction as well as a conclusion. Negative words, I'm going to just leave that out, because Gary's a pretty straightforward guy. We'll see if there's any words in there that shouldn't be, is not suitable for work, because Gary can be a little bit more direct than others. U.S. language and reading grade level, we're just gonna go with 8th grade. I like it to be as simple and down to earth as possible. And you can see down here it says estimated generation time is 3 minutes. So let's see how this goes. We're gonna create it. And I'm going to pause this video, and I'll be right back when it's done. All right. So yes, this did take several minutes to complete. And let's just take a scan at it, okay? So get your SEO game on, 5 free tools to boost your skills. Introduction, stop effing waiting, start optimizing. Okay, it sounds like Gary V, right? And I like the fact that it doesn't spell out the entire word, because depending on your personality, if this is your personality, then that's fine. But I just thought we'd do this way so you can see how much fun we can have here. So what I would probably do is I would probably just, get rid of the introduction part right there. And you can see that this is just like any other word, like a word processing type of app, right? You just saw I highlighted things, I deleted things. I can create almost anything in here, okay? And I'm just gonna show you, but let's just go through this, just because I want to see what some of the subheads are. Okay, number 1, Google Search Console, the no BS way to understand your SEO, what it does, how much does it cost. So like right here, there seems to be a little bit of a mistake right there. You can see these headlines for some reason should be H2, but they're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I can change this to an H2. So I'm just going to go like this, okay? And then I'm going to go up to text, and I'm going to go with a heading 2. Okay, unfortunately, what it did was it changed everything to heading 2. So I want to see if I can change that back to text. There we go. And we're going to just bold this, okay? So it's very easy. It works pretty much like a word processing type of app. Okay, so we'll just kick that down right here, kick that down just like that. And so you can see that it did that again over here. Okay, but I'm just going to leave those as is. I just want to see the subheads here. Okay, so you can see how much it says it cost. We can probably add that in here. And simple things like this to format it and make it nice. The URL for the tool. So in that case, I shouldn't have said the URL for the tool. I should have just not listed it as a subhead. And we can just say how to get access. Something like that. Okay. And you can see that it's even linked up to the specific tool. So this is how simple and easy this is to get it started. I just want to show you some of the things that you can do with this, okay? And just show you some of the editing features that you can do to make this even more exciting, okay? So for example, what can we do to add more pop to this? Well, we can add a video, we can add a picture, right? To break up the text and make it look nicer. We can add colors, all of that stuff. So for example, let's say I wanted to make this a different color, or maybe even highlight this. I can do that. So what we can do is we can go right here. This is the text background. So that means everything behind the text. We can change that color. Let's go with, let's say maybe a green, okay? A little bit too bright, maybe a little bit darker. Okay, we can go with something like that. And then if you don't like the color of the text, you can change the color of the text as well. So we can go in here, right? We can go to, which is the text color. And right now it's black. If I want to change that to white, I can change that to white, just like that. Okay, so it's very easy to format. Now, if we're talking about a video, let's say in the beginning, you want to add in a video of maybe you found a video of Gary Vee that you want to add in here, and you want to kind of start this off on the Gary Vee train here. All I'm going to do is, you saw me hit enter, and you see right here it says press the / key for commands. So I'm going to hit that key, and now I can add in a bunch of different things like a horizontal line, a call to action button, an image, a video. You can insert a Vimeo video, text, additional headlines, numbered lists, HTML code if you want to. You can add columns. So the formatting is very similar to that of any word processing type of app. So in this case, if we wanted to, let's say, add in a YouTube video, all I have to do is find the URL for the video. So I'm just going to pop in a Gary Vee video. I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a URL for a Gary Vee video. I'm going to paste it in there, and I'm going to insert the video, and there it is. Okay, so very, very easy, very quick to do. So you can do this throughout the entire lead magnet. Doesn't require you to sit down and think about what you need to write. LeadCreator does it all for you. Now, here is the big caveat though, the big caveat. Because this uses AI, there can be times when the AI hallucinates. There can be times when the AI writes something that may not be true. So it's upon you to go through, read the content, okay, read it, and make any changes that you need to make. This also includes, in this example, I would be clicking on these links to see if this actually works. So Google Search Console, boom, it did. Okay, it ended up there. So you're going to want to go through all this, make sure that it works. Okay, Yoast SEO, there you go. Okay, so this is how simple it is that you can create it. It does all the heavy lifting for you, but yes, there is some work that you need to do in order to ensure that the lead magnet is to your liking, okay? You want to provide as much value as possible. Now that you've seen how this is done, I want to take this a little bit further, okay? Because LeadCreator is pretty much an all-in-one tool, okay? And so once we've created the lead magnet, we can publish it if we want to. We can view it if we want to. Okay, we can do all these things. If I want to change the prompt, let's say I didn't like the prompt. I click on this show original prompt. Here it is. Maybe I want to change it to somebody else. Maybe I want to go with Neil Patel because Neil's a lot less vulgar, right? It's up to you what you want to do, and then you can regenerate that if you want. So in this case, if I were to redo this, I would probably go back in here. I wouldn't use this as the H3. I would have a separate instruction saying, please include the URL for the tool. And I would change these and make sure that it just says pros and cons, cost, what does it do? You get the picture. But again, it's as simple as regenerating this, and LeadCreator will go back and it will redo everything for you. Okay? So that's how simple it is to create a lead magnet using LeadCreator. You just got to imagine, how much hours do you guys spend putting together a lead magnet? I know it can take me hours doing it, okay? And LeadCreator does this, in mere minutes, okay? So now let's go into the other integrations, because like I said, this has, it's a complete platform. It has everything in it that you need. So in terms of the email capture form, this is also called a squeeze page. A squeeze page is where you go and people go to your squeeze page to enter in their email address in order to get access to your lead magnet. So in this case, I'm just going to walk through all of this stuff. Guys, just stick with me because I'm going to share with you guys how you can get a massive discount on this tool. Okay, it's a very tool that I use as well. So we're going to all start off here with the templates. They've got the standard template, which looks like here. Okay, we're going to click on each one of these and you'll see what it looks like in ebook style. So if you want to add in an image here, you can do that. There's a blurred button. This is a two-step opt-in, meaning that when somebody goes to your lead magnet, they want to take a look at it. This is what they're going to see first. When they click on this button, it's going to show the email capture form. So this is a two-step process here. I kind of wish they would put step 1 and step 2 so that people would see. There's also a video pop-up right here, meaning that you can add in a video and you can explain what they're about ready to get access to. And then that way they can enter in their email capture form. Also, there's a no email capture form. And I wouldn't use this unless you want to just give this away. If you're building your list, then obviously you want to have an email capture form. But let's say you start getting more subscribers to your email list. Then providing them with extra value every once in a while, knowing full well that it doesn't take you that long to create a lead magnet using LeadCreator, this is an option. Provide more value to your audience, right? Give them a free lead magnet. And this is going to only help with your brand as well as building a relationship with your subscriber. So in this case, I'm just going to show you guys the blurred button because I think it's pretty cool right here. And then step number 2 is the form fields. So you can see right here. This is the title right here. This is the subtitle right here. And this is the button text. Okay. On the lead capture form itself, you have the title, which is right up here. You have the form fields, and then you have a space for privacy policy and the checkbox text, as well as the button label. Okay. So this is where you can change this to whatever you want. Okay. So in this case, I'm just going to say, let's go with free SEO tools. I promise. And you can add in a call to action. Get started for free. And then right here, make things clear. We can leave that as is, or we can change it to something else. And let's just say, we'll just say, give me the list. Now, when it comes to the lead capture form, you can change that as well. So let's call this the best free SEO tools for beginners. And then we'll just leave all this stuff blank. Now, guys, if you have your own website and you have a privacy policy, you can drop the link in here, or you can use the default privacy policy from LeadCreator. Okay, so right down here, this is the LeadCreator privacy policy link. Now, when it comes to the button label right here, you can change that as well. I'm just going to leave that as is. Okay. There is a feature for a double opt-in that's totally up to you if you want to. But when I show you how this two-step opt-in works, you're going to not want to use this double opt-in. And when I talk about one of the features that's built into LeadCreator that's going to ensure you get a real email address, you're gonna not care about the double opt-in, okay? But it's there for those of you guys who want it. Now with the styles here, we can choose the header text position, background color, even the button text color. I'm just going to leave everything as is for the sake of brevity. And then for the trigger, we have what's called a blur timer. And this means that you'll get a certain amount of seconds to take a look at the lead magnet before the lead magnet blurs and the pop-up box appears. Okay, so you can choose any number of seconds that you want. Right now, the default is at 10. If you want to make it 5 seconds, fine. If you want to make it 30 seconds, fine. Totally up to you. So it's completely customizable. The half page blur though, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this because typically the old way that I still use, the traditional way, it still works by the way, is that you will have a squeeze page and you'll have a title and you'll have some subtitle text and then you'll have a call to action along with the form fields. Okay, that's what it looks like. But people don't get a chance to see what your lead magnet is like. Okay, so they're basing it off of what you're telling them. And hopefully your lead magnet provides value. So that way they can opt in. But without them knowing what it is, sometimes people are a little bit hard pressed to give their real email address. Okay, so what this half page blur does is that it allows the potential subscriber to view about half of the page. So they get a glimpse into your lead magnet. They get to see what it's all about. This to me is really good because it shows a value that you're going to provide them, as well as they can decide for themselves, like if this is valuable or not. If they don't like it, they can bounce, they can leave. So even more so, you don't need a double opt-in, right? So this half page blur is a strategy that I'm going to be using a lot with my lead magnets, because again, the lead magnet is there to provide value in exchange for the email. You should provide value before you get that email. Then there's also the mouse scroll. So you can choose how far down the page they can scroll before the lead magnet gets blurred out and the pop-up appears. But I want to go with the half page blur because I feel that that is the most effective way. So I'm going to make sure, always save your changes, folks. Always save your changes. Then when it comes to integrations, you can see that LeadCreator is integrated with a whole slew of autoresponders. Okay, so I'm going to go with System.io, and I'm just going to select the tag here. I'm going to go with that one, broadcast ready, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to save changes. Now, if you're doing this on a budget, guys, then System.io is probably the best platform for you because they have a free forever account. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. They've got a free forever account with up to 2,000 subscribers that you can add, okay? So talk about getting it for free. I would not use MailChimp or MailerLite. Please do not use MailChimp or MailerLite. I know they're listed here. People like these. But if you're an affiliate marketer or make money online niche, then MailerLite and MailChimp aren't going to be for you. They clearly state in their terms of use that they do not like people who are in those niches, okay? If they find out that you're in there, you're going to lose your account and you're going to lose your subscribers. So why take the chance? Go with System.io. You can get it for free in addition to a bunch of other features in System.io like a page builder. You can create a blog if you want. There's a whole bunch of things all included in one free forever account. Obviously, if you want more, then you can unlock it by going to a paid account. But I'm thinking of you guys if you're just starting and you want to kick the tires. Okay, so this is a good way to start. So we're going to just go with System.io. And I saved that as well already. We're going to go into some of the other features here in LeadCreator. There's a social slider feature. I know you guys have seen this before. You see this right here, this little bubble right here. How many times have you gone to a website where they said, hey, so-and-so from Nebraska just purchased a copy, or so-and-so from Minnesota just signed up, right? So you can add this in here, and what it does is it's like social proof, right? Showing people that, hey, you know what? This is a valuable lead magnet that people are actually signing up for. So you can add that in there if you want to. I'm just going to leave it blank because I just want to show you guys some of the features here, because all of this is wrapped into one tool, which is amazing. And you're going to see how affordable it is in just a moment. So we also have an expiring URL. Okay, so if your lead magnet, if you want that lead magnet to disappear after a certain amount of time, you want people to get access to it. If it's a time-sensitive lead magnet, then this is the way to go. Because after a certain end date and an end time that you can choose, your lead magnet will disappear. You can redirect them to another location as well if you want to. Okay, so you can see right here what that looks like. Here is an example, right? There's also the scarcity maker. And this is where you can limit the downloads for your lead magnet. So down here on this pop-up, it says limited edition, only 20 downloads left. Do not miss out. So you can activate this. You can add in the maximum number of downloads, okay? And then you can also redirect people when the limit has been reached. So when it comes to the scarcity maker, guys, obviously, you don't want to be using scarcity all the time, okay? Just make sure that you use it sparingly and hold true to your word. If you're only going to give 5 copies away of your lead magnet, make sure that you give away 5 copies of your lead magnet and that you don't turn it back on, okay? Trust is a big thing in the online world and in the world in general. And you don't want to ruin that trust because of you wanting to take advantage of the scarcity factor, okay? Then under settings, this is where you can add in the LeadCreator form branding. You can add in the footer branding. And where this plays in, and this is another cool feature about LeadCreator, is that you can actually get paid when somebody clicks on these branding, on these the LeadCreator logos, and are taken to sign up for LeadCreator. Okay, the affiliate program is free to all. Okay, there is no price to admission. You can just sign up for it and become an affiliate and earn commissions while you actually use the tool. Remember ClickFunnels, guys? And on ClickFunnels, everyone was always sharing funnels and sharing templates and doing all that stuff. And people made a living off of that. You can do the same thing with LeadCreator. Okay, guys? You can also customize the slug. So I'm just going to call this, let's call this free SEO tools. Okay, I'm going to create a slug because that looks more attractive. And then you can also have a custom domain. So this one, the default domain is app.leadcreator.ai. So if you don't have a domain, then hey, just use the default domain. I created a special custom domain that is called, it's a subdomain, get.leadmagnetauthority.com. I'm going to update that because I want to have my branding on there. I can add a referral link. So when I open this up right here, that's where you're going to drop in your LeadCreator affiliate link. Okay, but I'm not going to add that in there. You can have a social sharing image. So if you share your lead magnet on, let's say, Facebook, that image will be populated on there so it's more attractive. If you have social sharing description that you want to add in there, you can add that in there as well. Now, if you want people to publicly download your lead magnet, there is a feature for that where they can download it in PDF format. And so this is more for traditional. If some people like to have the PDF with them, okay? The only thing that I'm going to say is that with the PDF download, if somebody downloads a version of your lead magnet in PDF format, that's it for that, right? I mean, you can't really update a PDF. What you can update with LeadCreator is you can update your lead magnet because it is stored in the cloud. So no matter how many times you make changes to it, the slug and the domain will always be the same. The information will be more updated. So that's powerful, right? Because again, how many of us have used PDFs and we give them away as a lead magnet, and we still have one that we're giving away from 2023 when it's 2025, right? So this is why LeadCreator is so powerful. It saves you time. It saves you having to go back in there and update everything because everything is online. Now, for those of you guys who are into scripts and tracking, this is for you. This is probably going to be a little bit more advanced, okay? So I wouldn't really worry too much about this until you understand what that's all about. Also, footer links, if you want to add in, let's say, your privacy policy, terms and conditions, maybe you want to add in an affiliate disclaimer, you can add those into the footer of your lead magnet. Just make sure that you save that. And then also, if you want to change the background of the lead magnet, the color of the page. So I can change the color if I want to. Let's just say I want to make it, let's say we'll make it blue, like a light blue right here. Okay, well, I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. The page color itself, I'm going to leave it white. Actually, no, let's make it a little bit on the gray side like that. Very light gray. And if we want to make a shadow color, let's make a shadow color on that page. Let's make the shadow color, let's just make it black so it's easy to see. I'm going to save that. Okay, so now that's all the customization that I have. Let's go back into our lead magnet. So we're going to go jump back into the content editor. So here is our awesome lead magnet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish this lead magnet. Right now it's unpublished, okay? I want to publish this to make it live. So I'm going to publish this, okay? And then I'm going to go and copy the share link, okay? Or you can view it if you want to. In fact, let's just view it. It's going to open up into another tab and you can see, look at that. There's the shadow, here's the blue background, the lead magnet itself is a little bit gray, right? And as soon as we got there, guess what happened? The step 1 popped up right here. Give me the list. So let me just show you how this works, right? So let's go in here. Give me the list. This is where you can add in your name. So I'm just going to add in my name. Then I'm going to add in my email address. Let's go with this email address. Click on the privacy policy or the GDPR box, and then click on the I want to keep reading. And then it just opens up just like that. Now your subscriber has access to the entire lead magnet. So this is why having the half page blur is so powerful, because they can see all this stuff. They can see it, they can read it, and they were like, wow, this is really cool. I want more. Let me give you my email address. Let's make sure that I give you my right email address, right? But what happens when somebody decides to give you a fake email address? Because it's going to happen, guys. It is going to happen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy the share link. And then I'm going to open up a new browser, okay? I'm going to go in a different browser because I want to make sure that there's no cookies here. So I'm going to go into Safari. I'm going to add in the URL for the lead magnet. We'll let that thing pop up. And as you can see, obviously the 2-step opt-in has appeared. This is step number 1, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, obviously if they click on this, if I activated this and clicked on it, then, if you're an affiliate and they sign up, you are going to get a commission. Okay, but let's just say the person looks at it and like, oh, this looks pretty cool. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to opt in, but I'm going to give them just a fake email address or a burner email address from one of those free sites, right? Just so I can get access to the lead magnet. So let's enter in some information in here. So we'll enter in we'll just call it this way so we see fake. And then we're going to go in and we're going to add in an email address. What I'm going to do is, instead of having a fake email address, I'm going to misspell the email address so you guys can see. So we're going to call this fake at, and we'll just say gmy.com. So I took out the L from Gmail. I'm going to click on this, okay, because I want to keep reading. I want to give you my fake email address, or maybe I misspelled it, and I'm going to click on it. And guess what happens? Please enter a valid email address. Please enter a valid email address. So can you imagine how much money this is going to save you? Okay, because a service like this where it vets emails and also checks for misspellings and things like that, if this was any other service, it would probably go through, okay? And you having your own email autoresponder, you pay for that subscriber. So this is going to save you time. It's going to save you money. This is a feature that is built into LeadCreator at the moment, okay? So let's say if I want to go with a fake email address, this I'm going to go with Gmail. And I'm going to say, I'm just going to use a random email address like this with symbols and things. Oh, let me go with this. Let's add in symbols. And I'm just going to go, I want to keep reading. Again, please enter a valid email address. So this is how powerful LeadCreator is. Now, let's go back. I want to talk about some of the other features, like the tracking features that are available to you. So let's go back to the main dashboard area. So these are all the lead magnets that I created. You can check out the analytics for your particular lead magnet or for all of your lead magnets if you want. So you can see that you get a nice little breakdown even by country and by source. Somebody here from the Philippines clicked on my lead magnet, okay, a previous lead magnet. But you can see the conversion rate and all this stuff. This allows you to really hone in on your lead magnet to see if it's actually converting, okay? So this is something that's also built into LeadCreator. So now that you've seen some of the features for LeadCreator, I want to talk about a special offer that I have for you guys. When you click on the link below in the description, it's going to take you to this page right here. This is where I'm making a special offer to you. I'm one of a few affiliates out there who is able to offer this to you, okay? So you're able to save $60 per month on the Ultra Plan for life. Now, the Ultra Plan is the top tier plan for LeadCreator. There are only 2 plans, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But the Ultra Plan gives you access to everything, okay? Right here is my tutorial video right here. It's going to give you a walkthrough. This video is 53 minutes long, okay? So it's going to be very, very detailed if you want a more insider's look at LeadCreator. But here is the coupon code right here. You remember to copy this, Ken Legend Furukawa, okay, right here. And I will leave that in the description as well. But you can be grandfathered in for life at $60 off per month. Plus, you get some special bonuses on when you purchase the Ultra package. So let me just show you where it takes you. To be completely transparent here, it's going to bring you to this page. You're going to get this $60 per month discount. So there are only 6 people in the entire world right now that can offer you this. And so I'm proud to offer it to you. You can watch this video right here. Philip Barman, he's the co-founder of LeadCreator. He's going to talk about this tool and why you need it. And then you're going to see right here, click here to apply the coupon code. When you click on it, you're going to see that the Ultra Plan is $97 per month. But when you use my special code, it's going to drop it all the way down to $37 per month. Now, you're going to get a whole bunch of bonuses when you sign up. Some bonuses from Philip, some bonuses from me. And just remember, guys, you know, I only promote things that I use. I only promote things from vendors that I know, I personally know. And I personally know Philip. I've met him and I'm one of his students. And I'm very proud to be able to offer this discount to you guys. So all you got to do is click on the link below and take advantage of this massive $60 off per month coupon code and take your lead generation to the next level with LeadCreator. So thanks guys for watching this video. I know it ran long, but as you can tell, I love LeadCreator and I want to share everything that I can about it. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. This is Ken Furukawa, your lead magnet authority, and I'll see you guys in my next video.